Welcome to this month's Be in Brunswick. I'm your host, Shannon Vieira, President of the Brunswick County Chamber. I'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors, Surf Unlimited and Dane Delane Salon Studios. So we're here today with Windowz Inc. and we are putting up a pergola. And as soon as we're done with that, we're going to head on over to Sunset Beach and we're going to be looking around and learning more about the Ingram Planetarium and get a behind the scenes look there. So stay tuned for this month's Be in Brunswick. Welcome to this month's Be in Brunswick. I'm here today with Mark Zimke with Windowz Inc. Sales Manager. Thank you for having us out today.
Thanks for coming out, Shannon.
We're kind of excited because though the name says Windowz Inc., we're actually putting together a pergola out here today, right?
We are.
So tell us about your products that you guys do.
So we're a full-service remodeling company located in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. We do automated pergolas. They're solar-powered, remote-controlled. We also do windows and doors, hurricane protection, awnings, 3- and 4-season rooms.
3- and 4-season rooms.
Yep.
What does that mean?
A 3-season room would be a vinyl 4-track, which is going to keep the wind, the pollen, and the rain out. The 4-season room is going to be a full glass enclosure where you can heat and cool it.
Oh wow, that's a lot of things besides windows.
Absolutely.
Kind of a little misleading.
Yeah,
there,
we
right?
are.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about how the company started, where you guys are located, things like that.
We're located on 904 in Ocean Isle Beach. Our startup date was 1996.
Wow.
A fella from Massachusetts started the company. My family purchased the company in 2006.
Wonderful.
My father, Ron, is the owner of Windowz Inc. And Margaret, my mother. And we're have a beautiful brick and mortar showroom there on 904 right behind ample storage.
It is really nice. We did your ribbon cutting there
We
a couple
did.
of years ago when y'all moved over there, and
We
it's
did.
a gorgeous showroom, so y'all
Yes.
have a nice thing. So what goes into kind of putting together a pergola? I think you said these are some of the projects that you really like to do, right?
They are. They're a heavy gauged powder coated aluminum pergola. It's solar powered, remote controlled. The louvers actually have 160-degree movement.
Oh, wow.
So you can follow the sun, track the sun, or close it 100% to block the sun or be out of the rain.
Wow. So it's called a louver. Did I say it right?
Yeah, louver. This particular one's going to be a 4-bay pergola. We got 2 bays already put together, and we're going to start putting the louvers in very shortly, and then there'll be 2 more bays. And the louvers actually span each of the openings to do that 160-degree movement and close and open and make it a beautiful outdoor space.
So can you do each bay as a separate movement? So you can have 4 separate things going on depending on what you're doing.
The functionality can be all 4 open. You can have 2 open, 2 closed. You can just keep 1 open, 3 closed. So the versatility of the Equinox pergola is amazing.
I was noticing the material, because when I think of a pergola, I always think of wood. So these are not wood.
Absolutely.
So what are they
not.
made out of?
They are, it's a heavy gauged aircraft aluminum. It's about an 1/8 inch thick, and it's powder coated electrically, and this one happens to be white.
Probably a little more longer lifespan when it's not the wood.
Yes.
So you can kind of clean these pretty easily.
They clean with a pressure washer. The powder coating has a 10-year warranty on the finish. The motors carry a 3-year warranty, but we've been installing them for 6 or 7 years and have 0 issues with this product.
That's wonderful. So great. I can't wait to see the finished product when you guys are done. I know we have one that's finished down the street that we're going to go take a look, because this one won't be done in
Not
time
today.
for the show. So what happens so it's solar power, I heard you say, so that's pretty unique. You don't have to rely on electricity. So if something's going on at your house, you can still operate this. But what if there's no sun, or it's been like a really cloudy day? Or...
It has a battery backup.
Okay.
So the solar panel feeds the battery, but it will operate on either the panel or the battery.
Is there an automated, like a manual thing at all with that?
Nope.
It's strictly solar.
Nope.
That's great.
And we can do hardwired ones, but I just don't do the hardwire too many. The solar power is the most popular.
And it seems to be, after you said 6 or 7 years, these are great.
Oh yeah, they're a great product.
Wonderful. So I know we're here talking about the pergola, and you talked about the other things that you do, windows and doors. Is there anything besides like what I'm assuming would be houses? Do you do any other kind of doors or window installations?
Yeah, we do the regular DP rated window, or we also get into installing impact windows as well. Which an impact window is able to accept a 2x4 at 150 miles an hour.
So when would you put an impact window? Where would that be?
The beach houses, actually any house.
Any house could have one.
Anyone that's concerned about the hurricanes.
That's true. That's true. Indoors, do you do commercial stuff, or do you strictly stay with residential?
We do some commercial projects, but I stick primarily with residential.
Okay, great. And you guys, the Windowz Inc. has been in Brunswick County since 1996,
yep.
right? And
22 years on 904.
That's amazing. Wonderful. So is there anything else about Windowz Inc. that you think that the general consumer needs to know about that we haven't discussed today?
Yeah, we're, like I said, a full service remodeling company. Unlike other contractors, I don't subcontract any work out. Okay. All my employees work directly for us, and we like to consider them family.
Nice. And how many people do y'all have working for you?
Currently we're about 13.
13, that's amazing. That's great. And do y'all have a Facebook page or a website?
We do.
Okay,
yep.
You have both of those?
Facebook and website.
All right, and is it windowzinc.com?
Yes.
And it's Windowz Inc. on Facebook with
yes.
a Z. Well, always make sure that Z's in there, not the S's.
Windowz with a Z.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully you bought the domain with an S, just in case.
Believe so.
All right, I think we're going to go cut something or go bolt something now, so let's go check that out.
Great.
All right, now they're going to trust me with a saw, which is going to be really cool. I'm here with John, who's kind of the lead on the project out here today. John, thank you for allowing me to have some fun and try to cut this piece of
I'll never
louver.
turn down help.
Louver. Oh, you'll never turn down
Never
help.
turn down help on a job.
All right, so what are we going to do? You said we need to measure out what we're going to cut. So
What we're doing is we're cutting the louvers to fit inside the pergola that we put up.
Okay.
In this case, it's going to be 101/4 inches because it's basically everyone's custom.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. It's not the same size.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have you go ahead and mark 101/4.
Just for the note, John did mark where the quarter was on here, so I know exactly where to go. So every piece is custom, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Every piece is custom.
All right.
So now we're going to hold tight.
Okay.
And if you grab the saw, you're going to push in on this.
Oh, I'm pushing the black button, and then
pull that, and it'll start. You got to pull that. Now you want to line it up with the laser. Right there. That's good. Pull it out to you. Down. Nice and easy. Go ahead and get that. Nice and easy.
You didn't sound like that when you did it. Okay.
There
oh,
you
wow.
go. Look at that. Nice and straight, too.
Look, my first louver
Aluminum louver.
louver that I told you I'd get it wrong one time. Louver that I've cut. This is awesome. So what do y'all do with the scraps? Do y'all recycle them in some way?
Recycle.
Very good. Oh, look. It's glitter. All right. So after you cut it,
Then we have to put the ends on it.
All right. And what's
we'll
an end?
Go over and
You have
put
an
some
end?
ends on.
All right.
So,
So I'm going to place this behind me on this there. And you have an end piece to put on there? Okay, so we cut the piece off, and now we're going to put what is this called?
It's called an end cap.
Oh, it's an end cap. Okay,
Okay.
I've heard of that.
So what we're going to do is we're going to set this down.
Okay.
We got 2 holes
Oh, I see.
on there.
All right.
I'll let you do the honors.
Ooh, another drill. Nice. I can do these electric things really good. So how, just go all the way to the end?
Go. Good.
Oh, wow.
One more.
All right.
Perfect.
So what do the end caps do? What is it?
The end cap is the swivel. The swivel part.
Oh, and that's what makes
that
the
allows them to
that makes
open and close.
the louver move up and, or kind of at the 160 angle?
Yep.
Okay, to open and close. Okay.
You got that one there.
Oh, I had my, all right.
We
Is
can
it,
cut that.
okay, no, it's okay. Do I need to take it
No.
out? Is it going to be all right? It looks like it's at a, come on. Oh, got
Perfect.
it. Whew. Awesome.
Now
All
we
right.
have a completed louver.
So now this one's ready to get up there and be
This
installed.
one's ready. We can walk it back and we can install it.
All right, well, let's go and, yeah, so we'll go ahead and walk it back there and do that.
Okay.
Cool.
We've got the louver. We got the end caps on. We got a track up top.
Okay.
It's got holes in it.
Right.
And if you notice, it's got a point on this side, and then it's got a point on the opposite side.
Right.
These are made to go in, spin one way, spin back the other way, so they cannot come out.
Oh, wow. Okay. So once they're up there, they're in there.
Once they're in, they're in.
All right. Well, I'm going to watch you guys put that up there. I guess you don't need to have a fear of heights when you're climbing up these ladders.
Yeah, this is Will.
And Will's helping you, John. And what's the height of the pergolas?
I believe this one's about 8.
How high can they go up or down or low?
We kind of keep them to a very comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's not too high, not too low. Between 8 and 9 is probably a rough. It all depends on how it's set up on the home.
Okay. So like John said earlier, each pergola's got a little customization to it because, like you said, you don't know what the size of the area you're working in. But
yeah, this one's a fairly large one, being a 4-bay.
Yeah.
The one we'll go that's completed is a little bit smaller. I think it's about a 10 by 12.
Oh, okay, great.
The biggest one we've ever done is 20 by 40.
Oh, wow.
And that's in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Oh, wow, 20 by 40?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we do travel. We've done them in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
We've also done them in Raleigh.
That's right.
And so we will travel to do different projects.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I thank you guys so much, John. Will, it's nice to meet you. Mark, I think we're going to take a peek at the finished one down the road. But I appreciate what y'all do, and thank you for letting us come crash your pergola building today. It was a great experience.
When you get done down the road, you're more welcome to come back and take some yourself.
We'll think about that. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
We used the grant funds to purchase 2 ventilation saws. It's a souped-up chainsaw, and it makes cutting a hole a lot quicker. With an axe, it'll take several minutes. With a chainsaw, it is like a 1 to 2 minute ordeal. And that way a victim has as good a chance as we can give them to survive. It's very competitive for the fire department to get money. It is very competitive and it is hard. And ATMC joins with other charities and nonprofits to make sure people get what they need. ATMC was started in 1955 to take care of the communication needs. And this is just one more step in how they help this county.
Welcome back to Be in Brunswick. I'm here with the Ingram Planetarium manager, Kat Hunt.
Nice
Kat,
to meet you.
Welcome. Thank you for being on the show
Thank you
today.
for having me.
So we are here. It's obviously been a while since I've been in the planetarium, because when I walked in, I said, "Oh, this is new," and you're like, "No, it's been here a while." So tell us what's going on here at the Ingram Planetarium.
So this particular portion we're in now is our science hall, and this is actually free to the public whenever we're open. So it's a great place to bring kids, even if you're not doing a show. And we have really revitalized it in terms of our exhibits. There's science experiments you can do with your families. We've got things about robotics, nanotechnology, and of course, lots about space.
Wow, great. What can you expect when you walk into the planetarium besides the science area here? What else can you do?
So we have a full lineup of what we call full dome theater shows, which are very immersive experiences, often about space, but we have some things about the ocean as well now, and a new film called Kalua Kahina, The Enchanted Reef. And then at night we run laser music shows, which are true sensory experiences. We play some music favorites like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. We have laser artwork up on our dome, and then a presenter such as myself, we do live lighting through the show as well. So no show is the same.
So what does live lighting mean?
So a couple of years ago, we did a major upgrade to some of our equipment, and one of the things we added was LED lights along our cove, and we can program each one of the lights in there to do different things. So we create lighting effects, and a presenter during a laser show is executing these effects with the music and complement to the lasers in real time.
Oh, wow. And what music do you use for that?
We have a variety, a huge library ranging from rock favorites. Pink Floyd, of course, is our top selling laser show, to Led Zeppelin, U2. We have some themed nights like 80s Night, and a new one this summer is 90s alternative rock.
Oh, fun. I think I would enjoy the 80s one.
It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
80s is more 80s pop, but if you like more 80s rock, classic rock on Saturday nights is the one for you.
Okay, great. And what are some of the shows that you do? You mentioned Ocean, so what is that exactly experience?
Yes, so our brand new film this summer, which was supported in part by Sunset Beach and our volunteer association, is Kalua Kahina. And rather than exploring the sky, it actually takes us under the ocean to explore a coral reef. It is animated, it's our family film for the summer, so it's good for kids. But at the end, as all shows do, we have a live show, and I talk a lot about the moon in that one because the moon affects our tides.
Oh, wow.
And then we do have some more advanced things that are for more of your science persons. Planet 9 is another new film that we had introduced in the fall. We have it playing this summer, and it's about dwarf planets and a potential ninth planet in our solar system. So it's a little bit more heavy on the science.
Okay, I have a question. Is
Yes.
Pluto a planet, or is it a dwarf planet?
It is a dwarf planet.
It got downgraded, I guess, or I don't know, upgraded, downgraded.
I wouldn't say downgraded, it got reclassified.
Reclassified,
So we
that's it.
discovered a lot more objects in our solar system. Our telescopes got better, and this is always the case, and we just needed to develop a new box for them, so to speak. And Pluto's not the first one for this to happen to. Ceres was a planet in the 1800s, but it was reclassified as an asteroid even when Pluto was a planet. So Pluto isn't the only one that had this happen to it.
That's kind of the fun stuff you can learn if you come.
Yep, absolutely.
So tell us about the exhibit behind us, because like I said, it's been a while since I was here, and this is new. So what's it about?
So this particular exhibit we've had for a few years now. My executive director really got this miraculously. It was shared with us from another facility, and it's a nanotechnology exhibit. It talks about things on the nanoscale, which is a type of scale in science, and we utilize this scale to develop things, everything from your Teflon pans utilizes this technology to modern medicine.
So what do kids do? Are there different, I see there's like different stations they can go to?
Yes,
what do
so
y'all
this
have?
is one of our more interactive pieces, so they can go in and explore through either computer programs or hands-on programs what nano is and how we use it in real life.
Awesome. And what about this right here?
This is also new. We introduced the first of the Colby mice, coding mice, in the fall, and then it was so popular we added a second one a little bit later. And this introduces children particularly to basic coding concepts.
Okay.
So what you do, you give the mouse instructions here at the top and design obstacle courses for it. And the children need to code in a linear manner how to get through the obstacle
And
course.
so I guess this tells you how they do that.
Exactly. And it's a very user-friendly coding method.
Oh, let's see what it does. It's obviously not pre-coded.
Yeah, somebody else coded this a little bit, and it hasn't been wiped yet.
So if I were to code it correctly, then he would
Turn and
Oh,
go.
look.
Yep.
Oh, wait, there he
goes.
Oh, my goodness.
He's trying to find his way.
Oh my goodness. This is really kind of cool.
And ultimately, if they really want to get into it, he can find the cheese, and it's magnetic, so it signals when it finds the cheese.
This is so great to get kids excited about technology and
Absolutely.
using, this sort of stuff. So I know we've got some stuff on the other side as well. We want to talk about those things too?
Yes, so on the other side, we have a little bit more fun and games over there. We have our popular water guns. We do have the hurricane simulator. And then on one of our computers, we have Climate Kids, which is a program through NASA that people can access at home as well. That has lots of environmental science-related games.
Wow.
So we have a lot more fun and games on that side as well.
So Kat, tell us, how often do you guys change out your exhibits, and how can we find out what you have going on at the
Yeah, absolutely.
planetarium?
Our schedule for the dome, it changes seasonally. So we have summer, which runs Memorial Day to Labor Day. Our fall and holiday schedule runs from Labor Day to the end of December, and then our spring schedule runs from the beginning of January to Memorial Day. We publish that on our website, but also our Facebook is a good place, and we do special events in the off season that explore various topics and things. This Fall, I want to do something about Frankenstein because it's the
that'll be
200th
fun.
anniversary. We're going to explore scientific ethics, for example, during that program. So Facebook's really a good source, but of course our website as well. Now the exhibits, they change a little less frequently. It kind of depends on when we can get things in. We've really had a great experience partnering with the NICENet, which is the National Informal STEM Education Network, and a lot of the hands-on experiments we have is from some kits that they provide to applicants throughout the year, and other educators can utilize that resource as well.
Awesome. And I do want to just mention that Ingram Planetarium and the museum are tied together, is that correct?
Yes, it's under one organization. Our founder, Stuart Ingram, started the museum first. It started with a question, what's this fish, mister? And then it grew up from there. But our founder also had a naval and Air Force background, and he used the stars because then we didn't have fancy GPS equipment to get around, so we used the sky, and that's where the planetarium idea came from.
And the planetarium is located here in Sunset Beach.
Yes.
And the Museum of Coastal Carolina is located in Ocean Isle Beach.
In Ocean Isle Beach is only about 4 miles away, and you do get a discount on tickets there if you come here first or vice versa.
Oh, wonderful. Great. So is there anything we left out that you feel like that we should tell everyone that's watching?
Well, we do have a lot of new things coming in the fall. We've got some new series. We're revitalizing our Stars at Sunset series to include the science of science fiction, and this will enable the community to get more involved with us in our programming. So definitely check us out and find out what's going on.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to go inside the theater to the dome area and kind of see what goes on behind the scenes there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
The Elsi Outreach Project was established in loving memory of my grandfather, Lorenzo Clemens, who was a fine Christian educated businessman here in Southport. The organization was created as a solution to the myriad of problems that our at-risk youth population here in Brunswick County, the issues that they face. ASEEP, A-S-E-E-P, the acronym stands for Alternatives for Students to Enhance Education Programs. Those programs consist of academic and tutoring summer camp, as well as an after-school program.
It has made a large impact for the kids. They're able to maintain a lot of the information they've learned from the previous school year, and they're able to carry that to the new school year. Last year we had over 40 kids. This year we've had over 70 kids.
Statistics show that students who are not engaged academically during the summer months while out of school, they tend to regress and lose some of the information they learned the previous year.
We are a nonprofit, so any donations that the community is willing to help us out with is great. To receive this grant from ATMC means the world to us. They help us provide our curriculums to get different tangible items that we'll need to help the program flourish, so it's greatly appreciated.
All right, we're back, and now we're inside the planetarium. And do you call this the dome area?
Yes, so this is our dome theater. It is literally a screen that wraps around you, so it's very immersive. There's things going on during the shows all around your head. And these are the computers that run the system. Both of these monitors are hooked up to the same computer, but there's actually 2 computers down here that we use. The first is kind of like the steering wheel. That's where we put in our commands, and then this one down here runs the projector itself. We have several different things going on that you might not be able to see so good on the camera, but on one side we have a program called Starry Night, and it's a very powerful astronomy software. It simulates everything from going to Mars to the actual stars in the sky like a traditional planetarium would have. And then on this side we have ATM4. This is a software that's with our particular planetarium set up from Spitz, and it just really tells everything when to do things, and we code that. So I do coding as well as presenting as well as graphic design. And then this is our lighting. So this is where we do our walk-in lighting to really enhance that experience, but also where we do our live lighting effects for the laser shows as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to load in the next show. We're going to be featuring Astronaut, which is my personal favorite of our library.
What's that about?
It is about what it's like to be an astronaut in space.
Oh, wow.
So you go through, you know, kind of the health complications of that, and some of the reasons we go into space. So I'm just loading in a new file now, and you'll see the lights will begin to change as we get going today.
How long is the average show? How long does it?
So one show is about 45 minutes to an hour long. Half of it is the movie itself, and then half of it is a live star show. So we do a live star show that covers a variety of topics with every single dome show that we have.
Awesome. All right. How long does it take you to load to get it ready for the next showing?
Within minutes. We boot up at the beginning of the day, and we keep it booted up through the day. So once we have it booted up, which is usually about a 10-15 minute process, turn the projectors on and everything, loading in the shows takes just a few minutes.
So it's mostly getting the projectors ready. It takes the longest, and that's that's when first thing you would do when you came in.
Exactly. Now creating the show files and doing the coding for them, that can take some time. And when we do special events, we'll do very complex files that implement different graphics and slides up on the dome, and we'll queue up certain things in Starry Night. So that can take a little bit of prep time. We of course do that production in advance of the show.
Right.
So, and I'm going to do a different lighting because I like to kind of theme my lighting to the show. So I've changed it over, and I'm going to put in a nice music that kind of fits with the theme.
So you so you have the show, and then you have the music that you put. So you kind of, this is really neat.
That's right.
Wow.
So now we're ready to go. Now when we do our laser shows, we do also have a manual control. So we have pre-coded effects here, and we have a manual control where we can actually blend light. So I'll do different blends.
So you could do that while it's going on.
Yes.
So you can even be creative in the middle of it if you want. Right?
So like I can change this to a more purple by putting up some red light over it.
So just because I think this is really fascinating, this part of what you guys do, what sort of skill sets, I mean, you mentioned coding and computer technology, what other things do you need to know in order to successfully run a show?
So planetarium as an industry is very diverse. I know people in the industry that have history degrees, of course a lot of astronomy degrees. My degree is actually in science education. So my research was in cognitive psychology. It wasn't even in
right.
astronomy, but astronomy is my favorite content. But planetariums are really experience on the job training. There's not a college course that you take in most places that will prepare you for this. You know, we do everything from graphic design to coding, but certainly astronomy knowledge is critical.
This is very intimidating to me, I will just say. Just watching you work these controls and using those words, I'm very impressed. It's really neat what you can do.
Thanks.
So anything anything else that you want to mention about the planetarium or the museum at all?
Yeah, so in addition to all of our public programs and things, we also try to work with the community in various ways. We're starting to offer teacher workshops, which will show teachers how to integrate informal and planetarium-based things into their curriculum. And we also welcome student volunteers. So I know Brunswick County, the high schoolers do projects, and we welcome them to come in and use the planetarium as a resource for their projects. So there's a lot of plugins for that as well.
Wonderful. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come today and let us see sort of, you know, a little different side of what the planetarium does, and we appreciate everything that you guys do. And,
excellent.
For those watching, thank you for watching Be in Brunswick this month, and we'll see you next month.
Have a stellar day.
Grant funds to purchase 2 ventilation saws. It's a souped up chainsaw, and it makes cutting a hole a lot quicker. With an axe, it'll take several minutes. With a chainsaw, it is like a 1 to 2 minute ordeal. And that way a victim has as good a chance as we can give them to survive. It's very competitive for the fire department to get money. It is very competitive, and it is hard. And ATMC joins with other charities and nonprofits to make sure people get what they need. ATMC was started in 1955 to take care of the communication needs. And this is just one more step in how they help this county.